It began as an idea, like a small ripple in the ocean. An idea to create memorable experiences for the everyday athlete. That ripple is now a wave that's growing like a hurricane crashing toward land. It's here. The Coastal Qualifier, powered by Victory Grips, has arrived. I have just one question. Are you ready to ride the wave?
Welcome to the Coastal Qualifier, powered by Victory Grips. I'm Kyle Olin, and this is David Neese, and we are live from Carolina CrossFit for the release of Workout 2, Test 2 of the Coastal Qualifier. And David, when I walked into this gym tonight, I was like, what? This gym is sick.
Yeah, this place is fantastic. We're in the heart of Columbia. These people couldn't have been any nicer to us, welcoming us, making us feel home here. And we're excited to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, you know what? One of my favorite parts of the Coastal Qualifier, David, is getting to go to new gyms, meet new friends, see new communities, and just see the excitement for fitness. And we saw that during week one, David. It was so cool to see all the people posting on Instagram about their workouts, giving each other encouragement, and just seeing the excitement that this community brings. And there are two athletes that I want to highlight. That is Paul Blanton and Melissa Johnson from Titus Strength. They are two Special Olympics athletes. They are seasoned competitors and have done a number of competitions. And I just want you guys to check out some highlights from their Test 1 workout.
Don't wanna fit in, I wanna fit out. Don't want no cookie cutter watering me down. I'm just me, take it or leave. I'm just trying to be who I was born to be. Yeah, my mama always said everybody's gonna have their opinion. Just be true to who you are. If you do, then there ain't no competition. 'Cause that's what makes you different. One in a billion. Go ahead, just own it. It kinda feels good, don't it? 'Cause that's what makes you different. Don't need permission. Go ahead, just own it. When you got it, you got it. And that's what makes you different. You got it, you got it, you got it. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it.
Man, what an incredible moment to see Paul and Melissa work out like that. And this is what the Coastal Qualifier is all about. Gyms and communities coming together, pushing us further, inspiring us by things like this. And this happened all across, not just the coast, but even in mainland. Just to see different boxes, different gyms come together. Athletes give great performances. Souls leave the bodies on the floor during the middle of those burpees, perhaps. Just an incredible moment. We're just thankful for the community of fitness that pushes us further and further along every single day.
Yeah, and I'm already excited to see what might come through the community this week. And this wouldn't be possible. The Coastal Qualifier, Fittest of the Coast, would not be possible without the support of our sponsors and partners. And of course, the title sponsor is Victory Grips. And this week, our presenting sponsor is KJM Studios.
Fittest of the Coast, powered by Victory Grips. They specialize in creating innovative grips with an athlete-centric design. They don't just look different, they also function differently, enhancing your performance like no other on the market. To find your perfect pair, visit victorygrips.com, and don't forget to use the code FOTC10 for your 10% off.
Yep, and week 2 of the Coastal Qualifier is presented by KJM Studios. Good partners are those you can grow with together, and that's how we view our partnership with KJM Studios. A year and a half ago, we got a DM from a hungry videographer who wanted to start the best videography company around. FOT was his first client. We saw something unique and we saw talent. Ever since that day, KJM Studios has been our choice for video content. Fast forward to today, KJM Studios is killing it. Behind the artistic work of Kyle Massey, KJM Studios is revolutionizing video storytelling in the coastal Carolinas. If you're looking for a video, hit them up on Instagram, shoot them a DM, and tell them FOTC sent you. Now, David, right now we're going to actually play a little interview segment with Victor from Victory Grips, our title sponsor. He's going to share a little bit about how Victory Grips has grown to be the #1 grip in the CrossFit community. And he's going to touch on a little bit about how he spent time with Matt Frazier, Annie Thor's daughter, and some of the other greats in this space that has helped elevate Victory Grips to where it is today.
So I did research and development over the course of about 3 or so years before launching the company, because I used my CrossFit affiliate as a lab, as this living lab where I would design and I would play with them in my workouts. And when I thought that they were good enough, that I wanted other people to try, I would have my members try them. I was always constantly asking my members if I could look at their hands and measure them, and did a big anthropometric study to kind of understand finger lengths, the palm length ratio, the height ratios and widths. And then I would then give them to the members and be like, hey, try this, tell me what you think. And then they liked it. And then they were like, hey, I wouldn't mind buying them, off you. So I would just take some money just to cover costs, just to, the fuel. It was more of a hobby, more of just a passionate kind of fun thing to do, to design and tweak. And then it got to the point where I was actually thinking, wow, this could have legs, this could have leverage in the market, and may have some appeal. So at that time, it just so happened that there was a sport called Grid, the NPGL, National Pro Grid League. And that was a sport, that was a spectator sport that was stemmed from CrossFit. If anybody is an OG in the sport, they'll remember Tony Budding, who used to be the media director for CrossFit. And he conceptualized this idea and then went off on his own to start this sport. And so that sport, what was unique is it allowed, every team had to have a 40+ athlete, masters athlete, male and female on every team. And you could specialize. So you could be a barbell specialist, you could be a gymnastics specialist. And so I fulfilled that masters male role and being a gymnastics specialist. So that was a unique position for me to actually get to compete with some of these really well-known athletes with my skill level. I would have never been able to go, to the games. I was older, and being a gymnast, I didn't have the engine or the barbell background to be a utility player and to make it to the game. So it gave me an opportunity to hang out with and be on teams with some of these greats. So it just so happens that I was on a team right off the bat, the New York Rhinos, and Annie Thor's daughter was on the team. Matt Frazier was on the team. Easy Muhammad, Chelsea Hughes, and then I rode the pine behind Ron Matthews, the great Ron Matthews, Masters athlete, and then got traded to the next season got traded to the Phoenix Rise, where I was on a team with Marcus Philly, Danny Nichols, Bjork Oden's daughter, Amanda Goodman, and some of these OGs of the sport that were just really big names at the time. And some of them are obviously still big names. And so that gave me exposure to those athletes. And I would, show them, I'm like, hey, you got to try these things. And then some of those athletes became my they gave me exposure to them. They helped me give me some leverage. And then some of them became our first sponsored athletes. Emily Bridgers was our first sponsored athlete. Then we had Marcus Philly, Easy Muhammad, and Bjork Oden's daughter were officially sponsored. I couldn't afford Annie Thor's daughter, but fortunately she has been using the grips ever since. She's just a big fan, or a big user of the grips, and we're very honored to still have her on our roster because she's still absolutely amazing, inside and out as an athlete. This past year was epic for her. So it was very exciting to be on the hands of some of these great athletes, and now being the company that we are, it's been a true journey. It's been a lot of fun to be able to go from to just a participant of the sport to an affiliate owner to now a company that supports that still supports the CrossFit community. So it's been a heck of a lot of fun, to do.
David, I really enjoyed getting to talk to Vic, and if you guys want to watch that whole interview, you can go on our YouTube channel and watch that. Vic gets into all the nitty-gritties on how he started it, where they're going, and he even previews some new technology that's coming out. So super cool.
No, wait a second. Do we need Victory Grips coming up, you think? Maybe tonight?
You will need Victory Grips eventually. I can't say whether it's tonight. Maybe it's tonight. We'll find out. But you will want Victory Grips.
All right.
So be sure to check that out. So, David, before we get started, we're going to announce the workout here in a couple minutes. Just a couple quick announcements. So we talked a little bit about this last week on how if we might have to tweak a few of the divisions based upon registration. And, in fact, we're going to do that for our individual competition for 3 divisions. And the reason being the registration demand called for it, okay, just to meet the demand or not meet the demand. So here's the changes, 3 divisions. The first division is the men's 18 to 34 individual division. We are going to bring 20 extra men. So we're going to bring more men. And what we're going to do is we are going to take now the top 20 men from the coastal region and then the top 20 men from the mainland region. And they'll be competing in our RX division for cash prizes. Then we're going to take 60 men into our intermediate division. Okay, it'll be 60 men, so it'll be spots 21 through 50, the next 30 athletes on the coastal and the mainland region. So 60 athletes will go. So we're going to bring more men for the men's 18 to 34 division. All that will be updated on our website. It already has been. And then the other 2 divisions we're tweaking. The women's 50 to 54 division, we're going to take the top 10 overall. So there'll be no regions. And then the women's 60 plus, we're going to take the top 5. And we're going to put some information out again so that way you guys see it. It's on our website already. The rule book's been updated. So those are the adjustments, and those will be the only adjustments for the season.
And Kyle, also happening week 1, we had the team challenge, the gym team challenge standings. And if your gym, let me just say this, did not submit a lineup for week 1, you have an extension until Friday. By Friday at 9 p.m., you need to submit your week 1 roster if you want your gym to participate. Of the gyms that have already sent theirs in, here's the standings. In first place for Division 1, CrossFit Asparagus out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. In Division 2, in first place out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, CrossFit Dog. And Division 3, hailing from Charleston, South Carolina, Sacred Pine. So those are the gym challenge standings as of week 1. But remember, if you forgot to get your lineup in, we have until Friday at 9 p.m. to submit week 1 lineup.
That's correct. All right. So, David, I think it's almost time to release test 2, isn't it?
Yeah, test 2 is coming up, and you might need the victory grips. But really, what we're really here for tonight is we're really here to see Alex, the man, Desmond, the one and only, the only one who we would trust to introduce each workout, the only one who we would trust to hype up these athletes. And we can't wait for you to see him tonight. He is ready to roll. Just 1 second.
I'm Travis Mayer. I'm a 7-time CrossFit Games athlete, and I use the Victory Grips 3FC. The new 3FC grip is wider, allows more contact with the grip, and less tearing in the hands. The biggest thing I've noticed with working with Victory Grips is how they're always striving to create something new and innovative with the sport and what we're doing. So always trying to adapt, whether that's different material, better ways it can grip on the bar, always finding these different strategies that we benefit from it. My favorite part of the grip is just being able to have the full coverage over the entire hand and then still have a really good grip on the bar. So whenever I hop up, if it's locked in, I know I can hang on way more than I would if I didn't have that actually on. The reason you should get these, do you want superpowers? Do you want ultimate grip strength? Well, Victory Grips has got you covered.
What is our Fitness in the Coast week 2? Let's go. After week 1, that was total insanity. You guys brought that heat all up and down the coast. We had some insane finishes. There were some athletes that were finishing that workout in less than 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes. But listen, about week 1, forget about it. It is week 2. That means it's a new week. It's a new WOD. And speaking of new, we are in new territory tonight at Carolina CrossFit, where you got total animals barking at the cage, ready to work out. They are juiced out the max. We are juiced out the max. Listen, Minnesota is the coast. This is a hunt. We are hunting to find the top dog savage athletes. I don't care where they're at. We will come and find you. You hear me? We will come and find you. I'm tired of talking. Week 2, WOD 2, let's go. Let's get into it. It is a total of a 19-minute workout. You will work in 4 4-minute intervals with 1 minute of mandatory rest in between each interval. All right? So you work for 4 minutes, 1 minute break, work for 4 minutes. You do that 4 separate times. In those 4 minutes, you will do an AMRAP consisting of 30 double unders, 20 wall balls, and 10 alternating dumbbell snatches. Men, you will be doing a 20-pound wall ball and a 14-pound for the ladies. And the dumbbell is 50 pounds and 30 pounds. WOD 2, week 2, Carolina CrossFit. Let's go!
David, last week we had a sprint, and this week we're going long. And it's a different kind of long. It's an interval based. And if you've done an interval, you know how these feel, where you're going to work, and then you have to rest. And the problem with these is it starts to get mental that, hey, I don't want to go again, but you have to. And when you have to go, it gets harder and harder as those intervals go, don't they, David?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to make sure that you have your mind right before you really attack this workout. 4-minute segments. 4, which means even after you finish the first 2, Kyle, you've got to get ready for 2 more total reps. So here's the deal. If you blow your load in the first one, you've got a long way home. So a couple of things to think about as you get ready for this workout. Number 1, proper warm-up is required. Number 2, you need to stay nice and relaxed on those double unders. You start tensing up too early, your shoulders are going to be fried. You're going to be fried for the wall balls, fried for the snatches. So nice and calm on the double unders. Get your breathing right. As you transition to the wall ball, make it efficient transition. Don't waste any time. Get straight into those wall balls. And think about early, or how long are you going to go unbroken for? Maybe it's 1 interval. Maybe it's 2 intervals. But whatever it is, set a game plan so that you know, hey, I'm going to break up the wall balls maybe 11-9 starting in the 3rd interval. Then transition to that dumbbell for the alternating snatch. Listen, this is 10 reps. You don't want to go super fast on these because this can jack your heart rate up right before you get back to the double unders. I think the key, Kyle, is smooth transitions, set a goal, stick to it, and, man, settle out those last 2 intervals.
Yeah, you know what? The wall balls are really going to be the point of this workout that makes or breaks you. In my opinion, it's if you can go unbroken on those wall balls for every round of every interval, you're going to be in a really good position. But maybe you're an athlete that's not capable of that. Well, then let's strategically break those, okay? Let's strategically break those. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the workout flow. And again, you can go onto our website, visit www.fittesttothecoast.com. There'll be a link in our Instagram bio. An email's going out tonight. But check out the workout flow. We're going to go over it. It's really important. So you must use a running clock that counts up, okay? Athletes, you can begin with the jump rope in your hands. And from the 0 to 4 minute mark, you're going to complete an AMRAP of 30 dubs, 20 wall balls, 10 alternating dumbbell snatches, okay? The score is going to be your total reps completed across all 4 intervals, all right? From the 4 to 5 minute mark, you're going to rest, okay? From the 5 to 9 minute mark, you'll work again. And when you start, you can start with the jump rope in your hand. But you have to make sure you start the workout from the start, okay? So it's not starting it where you left off. You're going to restart every 4 minute interval. You'll repeat that for all 4 intervals. In total, it's going to be a 9 minute workout. There's no tie break for this week's workout. And then teams. Again, athletes, the team captain must submit the score, and your score will be the total of both athletes' scores. David, please go over the standards we're looking for.
Yeah, so for the RX divisions, for the double unders, we're looking for that rope to pass twice underneath for the rep to count. For scaled, I believe it's single unders, and you just need to make sure that you're counting every time it passes under the feet. As you move on to the wall balls, the wall ball movement starts at the bottom of the squat. So we pick up the ball, we go to the bottom of the squat, we throw to the target. We must hit the target at the appropriate height and come back down. If you let the ball bounce, you cannot catch the ball off the bounce. You must let it settle and start back over from the ground. However, if you continue to rep out and get below parallel and a full extension to the ball to the target, every rep counts, you can drop your last ball in the last rep and move on to the alternating dumbbell snatches. This is really where we need you to pay attention to some of the standards. For the alternating dumbbell snatches, the movements must be alternating, which means if I start on my right, then I must go to my left. If I have a no rep on my right, I must complete a successful rep on my right before moving to my left. The offhand has to be off the body. We cannot brace it on our knees. We cannot hold anything else. It's off the body, just like it was in the video. Arm up, off the body, and then we can change. You can change wherever you want to as long as you're changing from the top below. You cannot change hands as you're going up. You must only change hands as you're going down or at the bottom. For the bottom, both heads of the dumbbell must hit the ground in order for the rep to start. So we're looking for both heads to touch. We're looking for full extension at the top, and we're looking for the handoff 10 alternating reps.
That's correct. So the division variation. So our 18 to 54 age divisions, you're going to do the same thing. Double unders, 20, 14-pound wall balls, 20 for the men, 14 for the ladies, 10-foot, 9-foot targets. We're going to do a 50-pound for the men and a 35-pound dumbbell for the women. Our 55-plus age divisions, In teenage divisions, you're going to do double unders. Men are going to do a 14-pound wall ball to a 10-foot target. Women, you're going to do a 10-pound wall ball to a 9-foot target. 35-pound dumbbell for the men, 20 for the ladies. Our scale, everything's going to be the same as the 55 to teen division, except you've got single unders. So for our scale division, single unders, 14-pound wall ball, 10-foot target men, 10-pound wall ball, 9-foot target for the ladies, 35-pound dumbbell, 20-pound for the ladies. David, just a reminder, for those that are setting scores, you have until 9 p.m. Monday night to submit your score. Make sure you do that. We will not accept late scores. We've had some questions. If you are in the scaled division, when you submit your score, there's a little checkbox that says you did the workout, the prescribed variation of the workout. You need to check that because you are doing the prescribed variation if you're in the scale division. Your prescribed version is the scale version. If you don't check that in the scale division, it's going to take you behind everyone else. So make sure that you're doing that. David, real quick, we're going to have Kyle Massey up on stage. He is our presenting sponsor with KJM Studios. And Kyle, we've had the pleasure of working together now for over a year and a half. And Kyle has handled all of our video content. He's a crucial part of our team, and he's been an invaluable to what we do. And I just wanted to bring Kyle on tonight. And Kyle, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about your story. How did you get in this business, and why are you so passionate about video content?
So actually, started off a little bit of Bora Bora. We had a honeymoon, my wife and I, and a GoPro, and we set the standard for really video marketing on this side of the coast. I really think, honestly, if you combine filmmaking, video marketing, and you can really tell a story, and I love being able to make an impact. And CrossFit's allowed me to do that. CrossFit's allowed me to be able to tell some stories in here, and I think it's a lot of fun. So I enjoy it myself. And we work with some bigger companies in the area. Like I said, we started with you guys, and we're starting out with companies that have like $15,000 budgets now. It's wild. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and hopefully we keep growing with you guys.
Yeah, you know what? It's been fantastic to see you grow and all the different work that you do. I'm a big fan. When I see you put something out, I'm always smiling, smashing that like button.
Oh, of course, man. I always enjoy it. It's a fun, man. It's a lot of fun. So.
All right. Well, hey, if you want to work with Kyle, we highly recommend it. Hit him up on Instagram, KJM Studios. And now it is time where we got some savages, straight savages here in Carolina at the Carolina CrossFit. We're about to bring them out to show you what you got. All right, hey, Carolina CrossFit, let me hear you.
Being a Patriot has many meanings, and that doesn't always mean you have to be wearing a uniform to do that. But what it does mean is recognizing that there are people out there who are willing to risk it all for you. Our motto, athlete-driven, patriot-inspired, just embodies everything we stand for. Born Primitive is proud to support various military and first responder charities and donates a portion of every sale of our patriotic apparel to support these causes. Born Primitive, proud supporters of those who serve.
All right, let's go. We are here. We're about to get started. In lane one, I got Jordan, little Jojo in the street. She's about to throw. And when I asked her what her goal was, she said, full send. No, I said, no. Lane one and lane two, I got rated. Ray got ice in the vein. And when I asked her what she wanted to do, no hesitation, I want to make it. I want to make it. I love that. We got a qualifying athlete right here, I believe it. Lane three, we got Kane bringing the pain. Kane did qualify last year. He was on Charleston. Now he's made his way to the mainland. He's going to throw it down. He was top 30 last year. He's got eyes on top 20. And his real eyes, his heart is lined up on top 10. And I believe it. Hey, you look like you got some fire in your eyes. But speaking of eyes, yeah, listen, I think he is new, coming from Florida. I would keep your eyes on Darren. He looks mean to the street. Darren is going to throw it down. He's not an individual. He's a team guy. And I absolutely love that. We love a team athlete. Absolutely ready. The whole coast is watching. Whole country, all South Carolina. You guys better bring that hype. Wazoo, are we ready? We got a timer? You got it? Go ahead, hit it. Ready? Is this a 10-second countdown? Yep. I got 10 seconds. Let's go. 1, 2, finish in the coast in 10. Going down in 5, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Let's go. Carolina CrossFit. Athletes starting off with 30 double unders. Everyone's on 4 minutes of work. 4 minutes. Try to chase me. I just keep running 20 wall balls. 20 wall balls. One minute, 2 athletes. Darren, first one off. Jordan, second. Penny with Penny. First one off. I told you to watch out for Darren. Hayden doing next. Reagan right behind. Athletes 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left. There he goes third. 1 minute. 1 minute left in the first set. Let's go. Seconds, 30 seconds. Athletes, you rest in 5, 2, 1. Rest. 1 minute rest. Victory grip shirt is off for Reagan. Let's see who can breathe. Better. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Let's go. Things changed after the first round. All right, athletes, let's get geared up. In 10. Keep going down. Second set. In 5. In 3, 2, 1. Hit it from the top. Second set. 4 minutes. $30 for Darren, $30 for Reagan, $30 for Jordan, and $30 for Katie the Pain. $20 reps for Darren. $20 reps for Reagan. $20 for Kane. And that's $20 for Jordan. Go, moving on to 30. Rhythm and go. Darren, he's got him he's going. Reagan right far behind. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left. Work. Let's go. In case God doesn't show, one touch wrong, and I'm walking to make things right. Let's go, athletes. 1 minute, 1 minute. Push it, let's go. Come on, Gray. Hey, you. George, you. 30 seconds. Work for the next 30 seconds. It's 15. It's 10. Athletes, you need your second break. In 5, 3, 2, 1, break. One minute break. These athletes officially look like they're having fun. All about finding your rhythm at this point. let's gear back up. 15 seconds, and it's going down again. Third round. 10. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Hit it, hit it, hit it. 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Let's go. We got to take that deep and fatigue is setting in. That big break just goes way too fast. Fatigue is setting in for the gentleman. Bring it off the wall. There it off the wall ball. Pain is loving pain. Let's go. Jordan off the wall ball. Let's go, Pain. Get it up, get it up. Pain off the wall ball. Oh, she's laying down the way. Let's go. All right, athletes, 2 minutes in, 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left. Make it look way too easy at this point. Aaron moving on, Jordan moving on. Kane is digging deep. Come on, Kane. One minute. 30 seconds. Athletes, we got a break in 5, 3, 2, 1. Final break. One more round. One more. Let's go. Just one. It's just one. 1 more minute. That's it. 20 seconds. Load that load. Let's go. Athletes, are you ready? 10. Come on, man. Let's go. It's going down. Last 4 minutes and 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And it's 4 minutes of work, and you're done. Who's going to get deep? So what you trying to do? Unbroken. Jared, unbroken. Hey, moving on. What a performance right here in Carolina CrossFit, Columbia, South Carolina. Listen, next week, week 3, quad 3, we are headed to the deep down south, where Mark is breeding freak athletes. That's right, 843. See you next week.